Hey, my dear students, for Cambridge IGCSE English as second language, who are actually going to appear for your paper 3 now. It's going to be the last component of your IGCSE English as second language. So, first of all, please share your feedback. How was your paper 1 and your paper 3 speaking? Now is time for your paper 2, that is listening. So let's discuss some key things that you need to keep it in your mind about solving the paper and how to solve it well and perform well in it. Well, so the first thing that I would like to share with you that is you will hear each recording twice. It means you can change your answer. If you select, for example, one answer A, then you want to change it second time when you hear the recording, you want to select B, you can do it because you have to share your answers, shift your answers in last 6 minutes to the onto the answer sheet. So before shifting your answers to the answer sheet, you can change your mind, you can change the answer. But once you have put your answer on answer sheet, you cannot change there. If you will still change it, you will lose mark for that. Okay. And the second thing is that there can be a lot of distractions. Although listening paper would be very easy for most of you, but there can be distractions that you need to be careful about. For example, let me show you the paper now. Let's have a look at this. So total you have 50 minutes including 6 minute transfer time. So you will have to finish it in 44 minutes around. So this is listening paper October-November 2024. In the first exercise, when you will be hearing the people who will be telling something to the other, there are four pictures. The distraction is that the speaker will utter all these things. He will name all these things. So you can be confused, but be very careful. These are tricky questions. Sometimes he will be mentioning something, but he will be talking about the past. And the question will be like, what does the girl decide to eat? What the girl actually decides to eat? She might be saying that I also like pizza, I like chicken with potatoes, but this time I would like to have some soup. So because he will name these other things as well, they can distract you. Some students might get confused and select the wrong option. So be careful about that. You have to listen everything very carefully. In the first exercise, you have 8 questions with the pictures. You have to select the right picture according to the audio that you will be hearing. Then in the next exercise, you have these type of multiple choice questions. You will hear two students talking about a class trip on an art gallery. It will be like conversation between two people. In exercise 2, you will have a pair of questions for each recording, and you will hear each recording twice. You will be given time before the audio plays. You will have time to look at these two questions first, so that the thing that you have to find out in the audio will be already there in your mind. Okay. Again, in these exercises too, you will hear that the speaker might also speak about the other things, like he will be mentioning all three things, like students should select the destination, but there might be the teacher should select the destination. A little distraction can be there. So you need to be, it's also a test of your cognitive ability, how well you can be mindful and present in your present moment, be consciously present in the present moment. Is also a psychological test, I would say, more than a listening test. So also you need to be carefully consider the pronunciation and accent of the voice to hear the word and catch them clearly. Here in exercise 3, it's something different. It's like a monologue. One person will be giving a talk about a topic, like a presentation or speaking in the TV program or something. So all the questions from 29 to 26, these around 8 questions, are based on this audio. So before hearing the audio, you will be given the time to look at these questions first. In this very short time, with exam fear and other things, exam stress, pressure can be there. You cannot keep all this information in mind, but you can quickly look at these statements. Like Carrie says that adult Adelaide penguins put on lots of weight just before. If you cannot look at these options and save them in your mind for a long time, you can still look at these statements very carefully to become familiar with, so that when you will be listening to the audio, you will be more focused. Okay, then while solving these questions, listen to the audio very carefully, you will find the answers in a chronological order. For example, the answers to the first questions, the beginning questions will come first, and the later answers to the later questions will come later in the speech of the person who will be speaking. So in the starting part of the speech, you will find the answers for the beginning questions, and the later answers you will find in the later parts of the questions, later part of the speech actually. Okay. So then comes the next after question number 26. Then there's the exercise number 4. And in exercise number 4 is very much like your exercise number 2 in the paper 1, where 6 persons will be speaking. You will have to select from this and write here like what speaker 1 said, what is the opinion of speaker 2, what the speaker 3 said. So you will not find exactly the same words here. You have to choose A, B, C, D, E, which opinion is given by which person. First you will hear the first person speaking, then you will be given a little time to select the option. So before the audio plays, they play the audio. In exam, you will be given the time to read these statement first. You can underline the key words or key information that you need to keep it in your mind. Then when a person says something, speaks, you need to catch the idea and match the statements, like which statement or which idea was given by which person. So there are also two extra statements from A to H. You have just to select the sixth one. Two are extra. So this exercise can be tricky for some of you, but just focus on the idea. For example, the speaker might say, I was not expecting this, and you will find in these statements something mentioning the word surprise. So you will select that one because you feel surprised when you see something that you were not expecting. So there can be synonyms and a paraphrasing of the words uttered by the speaker. Then the last exercise 5 will be an interview with the person. So here is a professional cake maker. In interview, you have an easy thing that all the questions come in the same sequence as the questions being asked by the interviewer, but the wording will be changed. It will be a paraphrasing of that, and also there will be distracting information as well, as the person in the being interviewed will also be mentioning other things. But sometime you will find the other option correct, but that the point like C or A, if B suppose let's say is the right answer, but he's also talking about A and C, he might be talking about the past event, but the question might be asking about the recent or current thing. So remain very focused on the question statement. You have to be psychologically very active, mindful, and consciously present during all the time in your listening paper. It's not only the test of your listening skill, it's also a test of your mindfulness and how active you can stay and vigilant and stay focused. So be sharp. You need a good practice of that. Just solve the past papers more and more. You can also watch our videos where that includes the question paper and audio, and we have also solved it. So of course there are the answers as well. You can watch them for practice and do a lot of other practice yourself as well, so that your mind becomes like habitual to that and familiar with this type of both mental and language practice. So you have to be very active during the paper. Just be careful of the words when somebody is speaking. Listen to that very carefully. Sometimes they are also uttering the other words in the options, but you need to find the most. There might be the word most, like what he liked most, or the word specially. So there he might be liking the other things as well, but they are asking you what the speaker likes specially or prefers, or those type of words. So they are the key words. You have to be very vigilant about that. Wish you very best of luck for your listening paper. Stay connected for watching more videos. Share your feedback once you're back from your listening paper, and do not forget to share your results as well in the comment section below. Thank you very much. Take care. Goodbye.